afternoon, my friends. Let me get down here where I can see you. Oh, here I am. Here I am. I am just doing a go live today because I need to fix something for myself to eat and having to change up some diet things. So I was doing a spaghetti squash today, so I thought I'll go ahead and show that. And I'm making some blueberry cilantro dressing. So I just wanted to show you that. Now the dressing I haven't made like this one before. Squash I have steamed it, so I'm steaming it in the Smart Multi Cooker. So I'm going to stand back up and get started. So let me pull the body up off the floor. Okay, so a lot of you have seen me use the Smart cooker here. It does pasta, it does steaming, it does rice. So today I had bought a spaghetti squash, and it was this big here. So I just cut it long ways so it would fit in the thing. I'm only cooking one side because it's basically meant for me and not the whole family. So all I need is just one side for tonight. So I cut it long ways. I rubbed a little bit of oil on there, and I put just a touch of salt. You can put other seasonings if you want. And then I'm just going to throw a whole garlic in here, steam that garlic with it, and then just set it down inside here just like that, the pulp side down. And then I'm going to put the top on, and I have water in this bottom part, and I'm going to steam this for about 25 minutes. We'll check it. So we may not get to the whole end of the thing with it steaming and stuff, but we'll get as far as we can. So I'm going to put this in the microwave. So I have that set for 25 minutes. That should be plenty to steam that one side. Let me get my rag here. Clean up my board a little bit. And then I'm going to try this new dressing. It's blueberry cilantro. We're going to see how it tastes. Because I'm having to do some diet alterations and not eat salt, so I'm trying to make things that might be bold in flavor that I can actually eat and not feel like I'm still starving to death when I'm done. So the first thing we have is the blueberries, and I need a ½ cup. Now these are my blueberries that I've had in here for probably a good month, and you can see they're still good in my Fridge Smart. It's been about a month that I've had them in there. So that's a ½ cup of blueberries. I got my little recipe thing here. You need 2 tablespoons of olive oil. This is just it's not the first pressed olive oil. This is a little bit lighter, so that way it doesn't have that the strong taste of olive oil. So we're going to put 2 tablespoons in here. And then it calls for 1½ tablespoons of white wine vinegar, which I have here. That's 1½ white wine vinegar. Then I need ½ teaspoon of honey, but I'm going to make mine ½ tablespoon. I want it a little bit sweeter. We will see how this turns out. I left my little spatula over there on the thing. Alright. And then it calls for about 1/8 of a cup of cilantro. They do this to taste. My cilantro's been in here all week. I do put a little paper towel in there because sometimes it still has moisture. So you can just lift that out and take the moisture with the paper towel and then put it back in the dry piece. The reason I do that is because my refrigerator tends to stay kind of full. But you know, when you do that, your refrigerator doesn't work as well, cool as well. So let me get the top. And this is just one of those off-the-cuff days. I thought, oh well, I'm going to get on. Hi, Janice. Let me find my top here. There we go. Because I had made salsa yesterday. I had all this washed. I'm going to put the top on. And we are going to see how this does. Get this out of the way, but you can see what it looks like. That's just a little bit. I may double this. I gotta taste it first, see how it tastes, and I probably will double it. Wow, that's a little bit tart. Could use a touch of salt. That would depend on the person, I guess. Just a touch of salt, maybe. And the vinegar is pretty prominent in it. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do a whole nother batch. I'm going to leave that in there. So I'm going to double this because I like it. And maybe put a little more honey. I'm just going to do it in here on top of that. You know what? I'm not even going to use a measuring spoon. I'm just going to put it till it looks good. And I think I'm only going to put a 1/2 tablespoon of the rice wine vinegar because it is kind of pungent. Kind of tone it down a little bit. And then 2 tablespoons of the olive oil. You know me, I'd rather be putting garlic in it, and at some point I might put a touch of garlic in it. Everything's better with garlic in it. Which I think I just might do. Just a small one. Maybe just a small one like this. I don't have my garlic press out here with me. Well, this is one of those gonna try it things. And then we're gonna put the top back on. I hope if I get it centered. There we go. Smells good. Oh, that's it right there. That's it. That garlic made it. I'm telling you. Like I said, you could put a little touch of salt in there if you want to. But if you're watching your salt, kind of just leave it out. But I will be trying this over a salad later. That is really good. Let me get a little cup to put that in. There is. Put you a nice big salad with some chicken chunks in it, some pecan chunks, and this over it. That will be some good eating. So there you can see what it looks like. And it really is, I think it's got just the right amount for my taste anyway. Really, really good. Really good. So I'm going to set this to the side. Like I said, I didn't think the squash would be ready. But what I have is I have some leftover chicken that I had grilled last night in the Micro Pro grill with some onions and, well, with the bell peppers and mushrooms and stuff in it. So let me get that out. It's still cold. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to chop up what I have left of the chicken, because I cooked 2 different chicken breasts and I still had the juices and the pepper and the tomato and all of that left over, so I stored it in there. And what I'm going to do when that spaghetti squash is done, I'm just going to add some chopped up chicken to it, some chopped up cherry tomatoes, some olive oil over it, and the juice from here, and that is going to be my dinner for the day. So really that's all I have left to do to that, and I'm going to use what's left in here. So I'm going to put that back in. Put that back in the cup. And then find my cherry tomatoes. Wipe this up. I'm going to chop these. And like I said, I don't know if we'll be on there the whole time so that spaghetti squash gets done. But I can prep all the rest of the stuff so you can see the recipe. It's not a out of the book recipe anywhere. It's just what I've had on hand, because if you're like me, most of us are having hard time getting stuff at the grocery store, so sometimes you just grab what you can get, and this is one of them. So I'm going to chop these up, and I'm just going to stick them in there with my chicken, just like that. I might try to check that spaghetti squash and see if it is done. Let me do a quick check on that. Ooh, hot. Well, it's going through there. I don't want to burn myself. Best way to see is with a fork. Put your fork in and then just start twirling your fork and it should start coming out. So this needs about another 5 minutes on there. It's still a little bit, you smell that garlic and you smell that oil on it. It smells really good. So I'm going to turn this back over without burning myself, maybe. Ooh. There we go. Got that garlic underneath there, and we're going to put the top back on and probably give this 5 or 6 more minutes and see how it turns out. Alrighty, so basically that's what I had planned to do today. So maybe you could go around your kitchen. Let me get this up here a little bit better. Go around your kitchen. Whoa, look, a hot mess. And figure out some of the stuff that you have on hand and just come up with something different. So I'm going to be trying this recipe tonight for myself. Walter and Jesse's having chicken fried steaks. I'm having this. And then I'm going to try it with, like I said, the chicken, the vegetables that was left with it, and then drizzle some olive oil over it, full flavored olive oil. And then I still have the dressing left, and I can do some more meat for myself to do a salad, a spinach salad with some chicken on it, and then that blueberry cilantro dressing. Super easy to make, super easy to make. And then I still have a whole nother half of this spaghetti squash that I could use for a different meal. So I'm going to go ahead and get off of here so you guys have a great day. And when that is all done and I get it put together, I'll put up a picture for you and show you what it looks like. So you be blessed, and I will see you soon. Bye. Good afternoon, ladies. I am back. I have finished the spaghetti squash, and I'm going to set this over here and get it out. And it is really, really done. And it is very hot. Whew, there we go. And like I said, a good way to do your spaghetti squash is once it is cooked, is you take your fork, put it in the edge there, and begin to twirl it. And you can see just how it comes right out. So I'm going to put that on a plate. Or you can just do it this way. It's just going to come right on out of there. And I did this, took about this size, about 16 minutes to cook. So I'm guessing the size really depends on how long you need to put it in there. And there's more squash in here that I can get out, but I'm just going to go with this bit right here. And then I'm going to take this and set it back up in the steamer because it is hot. Plus I'm going to get that steamed piece of garlic, that whole piece of garlic that I had in there. And I'm going to just chop that up, kind of mush it around. I'll throw that on top. And then I took my chicken and the tomatoes and the stuff that I had cooked, and I heated it up in the microwave for about a minute just to get it warm. So that leaves the cherry tomatoes kind of still crunchy, but it heated up the juice that was in there. The leftover peppers, the mushrooms. Gotta get that one off. And I'm just gonna put this out there. Couple more pieces of chicken. Just like that. And then I'm gonna take my good olive oil, my first pressed olive oil, and then drizzle that over it. And then we are just going to kind of check this out, stir it up a little bit, and give it a taste. Hi, Kathy. That is very, very, very good. It's got just enough flavor to it. It's not nothing's overpowering. It's got where I had grilled the chicken last night, so it still has that flavor. Then the mushrooms and the bell peppers, fresh tomatoes. Some of the other tomatoes were grilled last night, so I have all that on it. And then drizzled some olive oil. And that is a good size meal. That will fill me up really, really good. So, if you're trying to figure out something new, I know everybody being at home, trying to go through recipes and figure out something different to do, you can always go ahead and try something like this. You never know, the whole family might like it. Steam you up a nice spaghetti squash. You can even do the spaghetti squash with regular meatballs and sauce and stuff. I've done that before, but I was just taking what I had left over and put that all together, and it is awesome tasting. So by the time I get done with this, I'm gonna be ready for a nap. Hi Brenda, hi Kathy. But that's super easy to do. So like, we use the Smart Multi Cooker to steam the spaghetti squash, and the rest I had was leftover, so you may have that in your fridge. See what you come up with. So I will talk to you guys later. Be blessed and stay safe, and be sure to wash your hands and everything they keep telling you to do. Love you guys. Talk to you later. Bye.